that when our developers have accessible, easy-to-use tools for creation, the sky is the limit. We're weaving generative AI into nearly everything we do. And our vision, as you heard from Mark, Ahmed, and Angela, is to create a platform that anyone can build on, powered by learnings from our deep research and open models, broadly accessible to everyone, and integrated into our apps and services. At Meta, we believe in an open approach, and that it's the right one for the development of today's AI, especially those in the generative space where the technology is rapidly advancing. By making AI models openly available, they can benefit everyone. Opening access isn't new at Meta. We have a long history of sharing open projects like PyTorch, React Native, GraphQL, Segment Anything, FairSec, and more to empower the community. We are especially excited about how this open approach can support developers like you. Opening access in July, we had the opportunity to share Llama 2 with the world, unlocking pre-trained and fine-tuned models of varying sizes. And we did this with the support of a broad and diverse set of companies and people across tech, academia, and policy who believe in our open approach to today's AI. One of the biggest criticisms of generative AI is that the technology will only be owned by the largest corporations, given the really high cost to build it. And that's why we're democratizing the process, enabling all developers like you, from individual developers to large companies, to access these models and really get access to the best models available. We've been thrilled to hear the varying ways teams around the world are already applying the tech to their own work. One, you can come back tomorrow and you can learn firsthand from Geo and Shopify on how they're bringing Llama to enterprises. Researchers at UC Berkeley, my alma mater, go Bears, built a research chatbot called Koala, which was fine-tuned on Llama 13B to study the performance of lower parameter models against closed-source competitors. And what they found was that the research actually suggests that models that are small enough to run locally on your own machines can be just as performant as larger models with careful fine-tuning. We're already seeing developers develop these tools. In fact, there's an entire subreddit with over 50,000 members dedicated to deploying Llama locally. Some of our developers are building role-playing games. I'm really excited to try those out personally. These are great examples of the excitement building in the community around these open source tools. And in August, we're adding to the Llama family with the introduction of CodeLlama. Since releasing CodeLlama just 1 month ago on GitHub, we saw over 9,000 stars of people favoriting it. Over on Hugging Face, there's been over 100,000 downloads, and we've seen the community growing and improving our model with their own fine-tuned versions. In fact, we heard from Snowflake that fine-tuning improves the performance of Meta's CodeLlama on SQL code generation. It's pretty cool. Now I want to share a little insight into what we envision for these models, especially for AR, VR developers like you. I want to share some bold ideas with images created with the EMU model that you just heard about from Mark. With Llama 2, we want businesses and developers to be able to fine-tune the pre-trained Llama 2 model for diverse cases. For instance, a digital artist could fine-tune Llama 2 to be a personalized AI that would enhance a VR art exhibit, giving every attendee a unique tour. The beauty of Llama 2 is that it's flexible and can easily run on your local infrastructure, making your imagination the limit of its utility. And imagine if you wanted to develop your own customer support agent, and you wanted that agent to represent you and your brand and its values. You could leverage Llama 2 Chat with a system prompt that teaches the model about your brand and its values, and you can quickly create a unique experience for your customers. For Llama 2 Chat, we really focused on safety alongside flexibility so that it could be used for a wide variety of chat use cases and specialized through these system prompts. And I mentioned that we really envision businesses fine-tuning Llama 2 for these types of specific use cases. And that's exactly what we did for CodeLlama. By leveraging both CodeLlama and Llama 2 together, you could actually build a virtual storefront with CodeLlama and Llama 2 Chat, and Llama 2 Chat could actually staff that storefront for you. It's pretty awesome. Across all of our investments in the Llama family, our goal was to create models that are flexible. They can adapt to your infrastructure, security, and your privacy needs, and they also have significant investments in safety. We really hope that these models will save you time and money and allow you to focus on making your most creative ideas become a reality and really building those ideas for your customers. Another way that developers are being supported by Llama 2 is our investments in safety and responsibility. And this is really important for me because this is my role here at Meta. I focus on safety and responsibility. And our goal with these investments is to really ensure that you can build both safe and helpful experiences. Building responsibly is a major priority at Meta, and we believe that an open approach promotes transparency and access. We know that while AI has brought huge advances to society, it also may come with risks. And we invested significant engineering effort into fine-tuning the model with learnings from more than 1,000 hours of red teaming and annotation efforts. And we really worked to ensure that we balance safety of the model with model performance. One of the exciting parts of open sourcing our models is actually that developers like you can contribute to their safety and can contribute to the use of these models in responsible ways. For instance, developers can continue to fine-tune and report unsafe behavior of these models, and as a community, we can actually leverage that feedback and make them safer. We're really looking forward to seeing how developers continue to build out the safety and integrity of these tools and really help to spur innovation and make these future releases under the Llama brand better. Okay, let's recap. We believe that large language models and creator tools can impact people's lives. And that's why we are putting these tools directly into your hands so that you can innovate, you can build responsibly, and contribute to the community of developers just like you. We hope that these tools will augment your ability to build rather than replace it. And later today and tomorrow, we're actually going to be sharing more content with you so that you can learn more about the Llama ecosystem. So be sure to check those out. We're so excited to support you in building the future. And we really are excited about the future of the metaverse and beyond. But for now, to share some of the incredible work this community has already been doing, please welcome Kimberly.
All right. Hello, developers. How's everybody doing? Now, come on, gimme. All right. I get it. We've covered a lot in the past half an hour. Everything from our robust and growing MetaQuest ecosystem to the product updates we made based directly on your feedback to our big bets in generative AI. And look, while we're hoping all the cool stuff that's coming your way is going to make your lives and your jobs a little bit easier going forward, it's now time we turn the spotlight on you, our developer community. You have been driving incredible innovation and growth on our platform. We're seeing wins for developers across a broad range of app categories, genres, and studio sizes, from small one-person efforts in work-from-home offices to large 100-person teams, from indies exploring new mechanics in VR, to deeply experienced teams building the very foundations of mixed reality. And as with any growing ecosystem, those wins can take a different shape depending on just what the title and the developer has to offer. Now, earlier this year, we introduced Oculus Publishing, one of the largest publishers of VR and MR content in the world. Developer success is our brightest North Star. And it doesn't do the world any good if a developer releases a single title explodes into digital fairy dust and vanishes from our ecosystem. We work to support our developers to bring their best work to the store through a variety of methods and opportunities. Now, over the past 3 years, this line of thinking has translated into repeat successes for many developers on our platform. As an example, Shell Games continues to be one of our top developers with experience in creating both entertainment and educational titles. They're responsible for not only bringing hits like Among Us into VR, but stepping up to deliver top-quality education titles like Kurzgesagt as part of their core commitment to make education in VR as engaging as it is retentive. And they've just cemented their success with one of the first broadly recognizable multi-title puzzle series in VR with I Expect You to Die 3, Cog in the Machine. Now, our next repeat success story, Polyarch, is taking the rich and complex world and characters that they developed for the Moss franchise, and they're taking it in a whole new direction, landing one of the first 1v1 MOBA-styled multiplayer VR titles with Glassbreakers, Champions of Moss. And Coatsink took their early VR success to a whole new level, going from a best-in-class third-party developer to a publisher under the name Thunderful. Alongside developing their own content, like their freshly launched VR darling Islanders, they've begun supporting and investing in star teams like Clockstone, developers of Lego Bricktales, to bring an even broader range of experiences to the platform. Now, on top of that, they're opening up their MR support to bring out a larger catalog of business. So for those of you who are already developing with us, you've seen our platform evolve firsthand. You've witnessed the addition of new hardware, new APIs that drive an enhanced sense of presence, software updates that give you better battery life, the launch of AppLab, and all new experiments in monetization. Since the launch of the original MetaQuest, Oculus Publishing, Oculus Studios, and Horizon Worlds have been helping developers and creators drive growth and push the boundaries of what our VR technology can deliver. And now that we've opened the doors to best-in-class MR, we are seeing developers embrace this unique modality of gameplay. But the magic of this new way to play is bringing some of our earliest developers back to the platform with some fresh ideas. High Voltage Software built the original Dragonfront for the Rift back when VR was still laying the foundations of what it could do for our players. And after spending some quality time on their flat screen catalog, the potential of MR has brought them back to our platform. It's fitting that one of our early true believers is working with Oculus Studios to bring a fully rebooted version of their early VR critical darling back to platform as Dragonfront Rising to help set the bar for mixed reality gaming as we kick off this new way to play. BAM is a never-seen-before MR title on the way from the developers of one of our early hits, Space Pirate Trainer. iLlusions took the idea of multiplayer tabletop gaming and bumped it into 6 degrees of freedom, taking the best of video game art and brawler mechanics and mashing it up with intuitive controls and pass-through to take over your coffee table. And Breach VR brought the puzzle gem Kartoffel to our platform back in 2022, and they've been continuing to iterate against our new technology since then. Their path of exploration and discovery has given them room to expand into multiple projects on Store and on Horizon Worlds. Now, at this point, I think it's an established fact that digital social is here to stay, whether you're on a flat screen or whether you're in 6 degrees of freedom. And as we move into a future where everyone is as connected as they want to be, developers are finding success building new ways to play together. Fully embodied social experiences run the gamut from the structured social experience you find in classic multiplayer games, all the way through to unrestricted social sandboxes where the players and users define their own reality through user-generated content. Another axiom is the developer behind the viral hit Gorilla Tag. Part of Gorilla Tag's success journey included the deliberate use of App Lab to find their community, figure out merchandising, and make a content plan. They built the team to reach those goals, to thrive on the MetaQuest store as one of the best examples of a fully embodied and highly social game. Another Axiom have built App Lab into their development schedule for their next project, and they fully believe in its use as a method of success before launch. Now, in a similar vein, prominent Japanese development powerhouse Thirdverse has launched their VR multiplayer hero shooter, X8, first on App Lab to build out their community and to dial in on exactly what their players want to see in a VR multiplayer hero shooter. Now, every developer knows that you always bring a little bit of yourself into the process. And on the Horizon Worlds front, while Aaron Sorrells would no longer be considered unemployed and is actually a 6-year sober recovering alcoholic, he retains the moniker unemployed alcoholic because it reminds us that our greatest successes often come from our most difficult challenges. When COVID-19 devastated live comedy, he turned to the metaverse to find a new way to help people laugh. Now is the world creator of the Soapstone Comedy Club. He and his team operate the most liked world in Horizon Worlds and one of the most popular destinations in the metaverse. And Rec Room was formed in the early days of VR, when headsets still required expensive computers and wires to run them. They optimized, pivoted, launched on every platform and console, finding clear product market fit with the MetaQuest 2 audience. And Rec Room activates their audience with engaging IP integrations and unique custom content, such as Make It to Midnight, that bring their players together to play. Now, Roblox's creators and users have been asking to bring one of the largest platforms in the world to the MetaQuest, and they've delivered with style, launching a beta on App Lab with an eye towards empowering their community to build games and experiences with VR in mind from the get-go. With over 50,000 worlds now VR ready, their amazing engineering team has been leaning hard on getting everything polished up so they can launch on store today. So, with the launch of the MetaQuest 3, this amazing development community finally has the tools to build a best-in-class MR experience, and the games we are seeing come to light are giving new depth to some classic modes of play. Now, as a recovering game developer myself, the idea of building a stealth action game that fits inside your very own home is hugely compelling, if difficult to design for. Digital Load, the team responsible for Espire 2, has reimagined a series of missions that are designed to take advantage of everyone's unique living spaces. And it gives a little bit of a different experience to every single player. And Soul Assembly, the team behind the hit drop-dead horror titles, are using mixed reality to bring the incredible zombies and monstrosities of the cabin into the real world, challenging the player to defend the ultimate home invasion. And last but not least, Hitpoint is leveraging the power of MR to bring the cats from their hit mobile cat collecting game, Neko Atsume, into your very own home. Because cat watching in your digital backyard is one thing, but being able to pick them up and cuddle them in your own living room is worth the work to buy all those toys and cat treats. We are so grateful for this community of developers, building for social experiences, productivity, gaming, fitness, education, media, and more. If you're a developer of any stripe, and you're not yet exploring our platforms, you're missing out on a market that just keeps getting bigger. And we invite you all to join us on the epic journey of building tomorrow's reality today. And with that, I'll let the community have the last word. Enjoy a look at some outstanding work currently being done on MetaQuest, MetaSpark, and with Gen AI, as well as a first look at some more of the exciting titles coming soon. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of Connect.
Let the battle commence! Where'd it go? Hurry on the shot! Whoa, blast him! You want to encourage it and really start pushing forward. Take it in the shoulders, then in the back. Oh, come on.
Wow, what a great morning we have had, everybody. Yes? Excellent. There is plenty more to come this afternoon for those of you on campus with us. Okay, so again, remember, hair and makeup takes a lot of time. We're running a little behind. So all of the times that we have shifted 30 minutes back for this afternoon. So follow the signs for lunch. Make sure you're back in building 15 for the start of the developer breakout sessions. And you can see all of the sessions that will be going on in our agenda. So you can plan your afternoon over lunch, and then be sure to check out some of the new technologies you've been hearing about all over campus. And then for those of you that have joined us virtually, there is still so much to do. 2:30 p.m. Pacific time is also when the first set of video on demand sessions will drop, so you definitely want to check those out. Take in a session or two this afternoon, and then be sure to see us right back here virtually or in person tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific for more of Meta's newest innovations. Right back here again at MetaConnect 2023. Make some noise, because we've had a fun day, yes? Excellent. All right, we will see you in a little bit. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.